In this video, I'll guide you through 5 chord levels that will give your piano playing a professional touch. Whether you're a beginner or already experienced, these techniques will help you play with more confidence and fluidity. By the end, you'll know exactly how to make your chords sound richer and more expressive, just like the pros. Before we dive in, make sure to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with new weekly videos like this. First, let's start with the basic triads. A triad means 3 notes played together that forms a chord. In music, any chord consists in a root, which is the bass note, a major or a minor third, and a perfect fifth. Let's start from the middle C, which will be our root note. Now we will go up a major third, which is 4 half steps or 2 whole steps higher from our root. So 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps, and this will bring us to E note. Now from our major third note, which is E, we will go a whole step and a half step higher, so to G. This is our perfect fifth, and that's because the interval from C to G is 7 half steps, so a perfect fifth interval. And this is how you construct the C major chord, because whichever the root note is, that will be our chord name. So C major chord consists of C, E, and G notes. Now let's start from F, being our root note, and going up a major third, so 4 half steps, which will give us the A note, and from there another 3 half steps, and we will have the C note, which is a perfect fifth higher from our F root note. So our F major chord is composed from the notes F, A, and C. And this formula applied to any other chord, for example, E major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. E major chord. B major. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. B major chord. Those were 4 examples of major chords, but how about minor chords? In a major scale, there are 7 notes, and each note serves as the foundation for a corresponding chord. The resulting sequence of chords follows a specific pattern: 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor, and 7 diminished. Let's construct the 2 chord, which is a minor chord. We start off from D, which is our root note, and now, having a minor key, instead of going up a major third, we'll go with a minor third, which means 3 half steps higher from our root note, which will land us on F note. From here, we will go up 4 half steps instead of 3, because we are now a half step farther from our perfect fifth, and we need to compensate that distance. So going 4 half steps from our minor third will land us on A note. So our D minor chord is built from the notes D, F, and A. And this is our first level of playing chords. While they just work fine, playing only basic triads can make your chord transitions sound a bit robotic, but don't worry, we're about to level things up. Now let's talk about inversions or voicings. Remember that any chord consists of a root note, major or minor third, and the perfect fifth. And it's not necessary to be in this specific order. Thus, instead of always playing C major as C, E, and G, try playing E, G, and C, or G, C, and A. These are inversions of the C major chord and keeps your hand movement smoother and reduces unnecessary jumps to upcoming chords in chord progressions by sounding more connected and more natural. The inversions also convey different musical vibes and atmospheres depending on the context of each chord progression. Just listen to this difference. without inversions. And with inversions. Now let's add some color. 7 chords. There are major 7 chords and minor 7 chords. Let's start with the major 7 chords. Instead of just a triad, a major 7 chord is built by adding a 4th note from the scale that adds that chord a richer and a more complex sound. For example, if we play the C major triad and add the 4th note, which will be 4 half steps higher from the G note, so a B note, that chord becomes C major 7, which contains the notes C, E, G, and B. Let's now try with D major triad. From the perfect 5th note, which is A note, we go up by 4 half steps, which will give us the C sharp note. And this is our D major 7 chord, which consists of the notes D, F sharp, A, and C sharp. The major 7 chords are mostly found and used in jazz because they convey that smooth, cool, and slick sound. Now let's see the minor 7 chords. They consist of 4 notes too, but instead of going 4 half steps higher from our perfect 5th, which is in C major triad the G note, we go just 3 half steps higher, which means we'll have a B flat note. And we change our 3rd from the major 3rd into a minor 3rd. This is our C minor 7 chord, which consists of the notes C, E flat, G, and B flat. And all of what I'm saying is available for any chord, so for any root note you choose. For example, D minor 7, F minor 7, G sharp minor 7, etc. Minor 7 chords evoke a soothing, dreamy, emotional, and nostalgic mood and vibe. You can check and see what I'm talking about in my song Timeless Reminiscences, which is available on all platforms. If you are enjoying these lessons and want more tips like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel and keeps me making videos like this for you. Now let's get fancy with chord extensions. These are extra notes like 9ths, 11ths, or even 13ths that add a lot of depth, complexity, and style to your sound. For example, instead of playing C major 7, you can play the C major 9 chord, which consists of the notes C, E, G, B, and D by adding the 5th note, which from the B note to the D note is 3 half steps higher, adding a dreamier feel. If from here we go up another 3 half steps, so we will reach the F note, resulting in a C major 11 chord. We also have C sus 4 and C sus 2 chords, which are basically the same as 9ths and 11ths, but more compact, without being played an octave apart, hence the number names of the extensions. While sus2 and sus4 chords contain the similar notes from the 9ths and 11ths, they aren't technically considered extensions in the same way though. Extensions like 9ths, 11ths and 13ths are typically built by stacking thirds beyond the 7th, whereas the suspended chords replace the 3rd with another scale tone, 2nd or 4th. For example, C sus2 contains the 2nd, which is a D, but it lacks a 3rd, meaning it doesn't function the same way as a C add 9 or C major 9, where the ninth is added on top of a full chord structure. C sus 4 replaces the third with a fourth, giving it a suspended sound that resolves to a major or a minor chord. Extensions, on the other hand, always include the third and usually the seventh, making them richer and more complex. So while sus chords share same tonal qualities and similarities with extension, they have and serve a different harmonic function. And this is how pros make their chords sound so full and unique. Finally, let's talk about chord voicings and spreads. Now here things somehow ironically are not that difficult, as sometimes less is more. Using voicings and spread to chords, instead of playing everything close together, we will play the root note, or sometimes the fifth, with our left hand and space out the chord with the right hand, just like this. This creates a more breathable, open and professional sound. Now listen to the difference between the first level of playing chords on the piano versus the fifth one. My song, Etheric Whispers, is also a good example of voicings and spread chords. And these were 5 chord levels that will instantly improve your piano playing. Try this out and let me know in the comments which level you are right now. Did you know I played the most complex chords on the piano for an entire hour? Please watch the videos on the screen.